Welcome back to another video on Influential Sports, and today we outside. We're going to be talking about Hangman and Adam Page and how he just pulled off the greatest babyface turn in AEW history. In wrestling, there's always been face and heel turns. You had to have a bad guy and a good guy for most storylines to work. Sometimes you can do a heel versus heel or a face versus face, and it works well too. And there's always times where it can go bad. But in recent memory, since AEW's been around since 2019, and there's been some solid turns, but I think the babyface turn that Hangman just pulled off was phenomenal. And then when you look at other wrestling and you look at CM Punk coming back and just naturally being a babyface, it doesn't make sense because he despised the company for over 10 years. And it's not like even in some of his promos, he had resentment towards the fans. You go back and watch the Pipe Bomb and watch those promos. It was definitely things. He was mad about the fans buying the solo cups and buying all the merch that helps support the company and not buying his stuff or whatever. So it's like him coming back and being a babyface, technically in the feud and making Seth seem like the heel. And it seems like they're trying to make Seth the heel once again. It doesn't make sense for Punk to be the babyface given the context of that. Rhea Ripley being a babyface once again doesn't make sense because she took out Liv and Raquel as a heel. But then when she came back, when they all had their injuries, they came back, they made Liv and Raquel be the heels in that feud, even though the tactics that Rhea used first made her the heel in the situation. Well, with the Judgment Day stuff, with them going against Liv, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor, really, most wrestling fans won't forget that if you've been following along with the storyline. So Rhea being the babyface didn't make a lot of sense. And now I'm moving to AEW because that's what the video is on. And this is not a comparison. This is just me talking about bad babyface turns because they just logically don't make sense. Not that they aren't good babyfaces, but it's just the logic behind it. Jay White being a babyface now. I love Jay White. He's grown on me as a wrestler since he came in AEW. I enjoy watching him week in and week out. But when he first came to AEW with Juice Robinson, and then eventually forming a team with Billy Gunn's sons. I forgot their name, but Austin and Colton Gunn. It's like they're a heel team, so it's like Jay White came back as a heel. Well, he came to AEW coming from New Japan as a heel, and now he's transitioning to a babyface in this Death Rider story. But what I don't get is how is he a babyface given his character? And why is... And the whole Death Rider story has been bad. It's a lot we can point out there. But it's like, if you have Adam Copeland and Jay White defending AEW, but they weren't there from the beginning. If you had a Chris Jericho in this story, it would make sense because he's an AEW original. The guys that have been there since 2019. Jay White wasn't there originally. Cope wasn't there originally. I don't even think FTR was there originally, the first year and a half that it was started. So them defending AEW in this whole Death Rider story, it don't make sense. I don't think the turn... I think Jay White as a babyface himself is good, but the turn itself is bad. Even you look at Chris Statlander and how she became a babyface after feuding with Willow, which I think was one of the best women's feuds of last year. And it was based around a mid-card title at one point. So it's I think they did a great job with that feud. And Willow was the babyface, and Chris Statlander, she was the heel. And then now she's just randomly a babyface again. Her and Willow are cool again. It's just kind of random. MJF's turn, when he became a babyface for that little stretch that he went on, that didn't make a lot of sense because it's just him and Adam Cole, they're teaming up. So it's it's kind of random. You just put him in this random tag team, and now he's a babyface for these few months going to this feud with Adam Cole. And then Adam Cole was the one that turned on him. So that don't make sense at all. So it's Adam Cole turns on him, but MJF is still the bad guy. So that doesn't make sense. Adam Cole saying that he did it, so he wouldn't turn on him. That don't make a lot of sense. But Hangman becoming a babyface, I think, was the greatest turn to AEW, greatest babyface turn to AEW history, because it makes a lot of sense. And then MJF being the heel in this situation, he was the perfect guy to do it, because when Hangman came back, he came back as a heel. He was out for vengeance. He wanted to get his championship back. He wanted to hurt Swerve especially, because they had already been doing that feud. So you get to that, then you have a brutal feud, and I forgot who came out on top of it, but it was a good feud. But you had that, and it's Heyman, he came back as this dominant heel, and he's going after everybody. And then Christopher Daniels, you get involved in this, who's a long-time friend, and his goal is he wants to stop Heyman, because he knows Heyman can be dominant, but he thinks he's going too far with the actions and stuff that he's doing. So then you get them and you lead to a program with Hangman and Christopher Daniels, bringing him out of retirement for one more match, and it's a Texas Death Match, which is one of the most grueling matches, if not the most grueling in AEW. And they put each other through hell in that match. Like Christopher Daniels shows that he still got it, but Hangman shows that he's just a superior athlete, he's just superior talent at this point, and he ends up winning the match. But it's like even after the match, it's not like they shook hands or nothing. But Hangman felt regret after that. So it's like then you get the segment of Hangman looking for Swerve earlier this year, and it's like I'm thinking, well, he probably after seeing the stuff that after it set in what he did to Christopher Daniels and everything he and Swerve went through, he felt like he took it too far. He wanted to have a conversation with Swerve about what happened, and they could have formed a tag team or something like that. It's not necessary, but it would have been cool if they did that for a few months. But that was probably his logic going into that. He was like, I went too far with this scene after what I did to Christopher Daniels. And then you had the backstage segments of MJF and Adam Page getting into it. And then eventually it boils over and they get into a heated 23-minute segment, which was really great. Like they both threw some blows at each other in that segment. It was one of the best promos of the year for just wrestling in general. And then you get on this past Dynamite, you have MJF coming out with bloody towel, and you figured that done. Christopher Daniels had got attacked, and he did. They showed him backstage, and it's like, now Hangman, he's a babyface in this, and MJF was the perfect heel to turn him back to that by attacking Christopher Daniels, because he still cared about him. Even after the grueling match they had, he knew that deep down inside of him, he really didn't want to do that to Christopher Daniels, and he lives to regret it every day now, because things got too far, and he realized that Christopher Daniels was just trying to help him from going over the edge, which he ended up doing. But now, you transition Hangman back into a babyface, and have him go against MJF, who was the best heel in AEW. Like his babyface run was kind of random, and then him randomly transitioning back into a heel was random. But now that he is the heel again, he was the perfect guy to make Hangman make his official transition back into a babyface. So like I said, I think this is the greatest turn in AEW, the greatest babyface turn in AEW history. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if y'all want to do more videos outside.